Alright, so this is just a fun video that I wanted to make, top 10 Superman figures from Mcfarlane Toys. I will include some figures that I have not gotten yet, only because I've seen reviews of them already and I'm already convinced that I want to get them and that they're my favorite. In number 10 here we have is the Dark Knight Returns Superman figure. Overall, the body mode of this Superman looks amazing. I think they absolutely nailed it. And in this version of Superman, he does come with a sculpted S, which sometimes works, but sometimes it doesn't. But based on this list, I think most of the time it does work, depending on the size of the sculpting they use for the S. There's even a black and white version that is coming out, which I think also looks great. So I'm definitely gonna pick this guy up. He's still available at Mcfarlane Toy Store, which is a Mcfarlane Toy Store exclusive. And that's pretty much it. All I can say about this figure. The thing that ruins it for me is the head sculpt. I know you guys told me that the head sculpt is accurate to the comic book, but I think it's the expression they give him. I think they would have given him a angry expression or a more natural one instead of having an open mouth. I think I would have liked it a little bit more. And I think this Superman also has a side eye, which it was when my father was trying to do something different with the figures, trying to give them side eyes, which looks horrible. And number 9 here we have is Superman Rebirth. He does come with a head sculpt of the Superman 1000, but for some reason this one looks pale, like if he's sick. That's how I usually see him every time I see him in my collection, that he's sick. But overall I think it's a pretty decent Superman figure, except for the S. The S is not bad, but it has that drip looking S, like if it's melting on his body. Like, what's up with that? The cape for me is a bit too short, but I guess that's from the source material. But I still don't like the short cape. They also did not sculpt it. His boots, they just painted a red line on the bottom of his boots, which was kind of, well, it was very lazy from Mcfarlane to just paint just red paint in the bottom, telling you that it's the boots, but there's no sculpt there. It's just the line of paint red in there. In number 8 here we have is the new 52 Superman. This is the most recent Superman that Mcfarlane has put out. Now this one at the moment is getting a lot of hate just because of the lack of detail. But overall I think this is a pretty decent Superman figure. If you don't have any other Superman, I think this one is a pretty decent one to get right now. But once you go to the source material, you see that there's a lot of lacking details in here. This one would have been better if they would have like some kind of shading in here. The S would have been sculpted. The cape does not have a wired. It shows you like it does have one because of the stitching on the sides of the cape. Most of the Superman with wired cape does have that kind of stitching on the sides of their cape. But in this one, once you get it, it's not wired. It's just empty. Like the cape is just empty. Does not have a wire on those stitching. People also hating on the head sculpt. I think it's pretty decent. I don't think it's the worst thing I've seen from Mcfarlane do. So this one's a very passable Superman for me. Next up here we have is Superman 1000 Gold Label Edition. This one is the one that has the S printed on or painted on instead of having it actually sculpted. And this time around his cape is actually wired. If for some reason you find this one cheaper or you find it at a store by some miracle, I suggest you pick this guy up. I think this is a great Superman for your Justice League. Everything else is the same from Superman 1000. And if you somehow find this guy cheap or find them in store by some miracle, I highly suggest you get this guy. He does lack a little bit of articulation compared to the other figures in this list, but I think it looks great when you put it with other characters, or if you want a Superman for the Justice League. I think this one is really great. And number 6 that we have is Superman Hush, but it is the gold labeled edition. If you want an evil version of Superman, this is the best one I think Mcfarlane has done. If you wanted one of those vines around his neck, it's supposed to be poison ivy vines, which I'm hoping is already rumored that they're gonna give us a poison ivy figure. Hopefully it's the Hush version, fingers crossed. But yeah, overall I really love the head sculpt they gave him, those with those red eyes. It looks great. The body also looks amazing. The cape is plastic, but I think it looks great. I remember this one being a very popular one that sold out real quick. It was on Mcfarlane Toy Store. It was a Mcfarlane Toy Store exclusive. So yeah, overall this was a very popular figure back then. In number 5 here we have is Fleischer's Superman. Mcfarlane really did redeem themselves with this figure. If you all know, at the beginning, Mcfarlane used to do the animated figures for 7-inch in a DC Multiverse line. And they were really bad. People were really complaining about it so much that Mcfarlane stopped making them until now. For some reason, they went back and actually try and give us good animated figures. This one being absolutely amazing. They almost dropped the ball when they showed the render of it. It was supposed to be using the body mode of the Superman 1000, but I guess they heard the criticism and they actually gave us this body mode, which looks really great on this one and is more closer to the source material. I don't think this Superman needed a lot of detail because in the cartoon it's like a really simple suit. The head sculpt is kind of in the middle. So I think it's mid. I don't think it really resembles the cartoon that much, but at the same time it's not that bad. The cape is wired and it's soft goods, so that's a plus. In number 4 here we have is Superman of Earth 2, based on the comic book Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is the Crisis on Infinite Earths wave from Mcfarlane Toys, which it is a Mcfarlane Toy Store exclusive. And I believe this is the first body mode that came out that people really love. This is like the body mode from the Batman Nightfall. This body mode is for Superman. People really like when Mcfarlane uses this body mode. And as you can see, they did an amazing job with this figure. This is like a more older version of Superman where he's more old. So he has some more like a grumpy face in here, and his sides of his hair are painted white, which is pretty nice detail. The cape is actually wired. I really love the color of the blue that they chose for him. The S is painted instead of sculpted. The only small nitpick, well, it's not really small because if you turn the figure around and you lift up his cape, his belt is not painted. Only the front is painted yellow. In the back, they went lazy and did not paint the back. And the original price for this guy was outrageous. They wanted I believe $40. So if you want it right now, it's gonna be expensive because I believe it's already sold out from Mcfarlane Toys. So yeah, I expect for it to be at least 50 and up. In number 3 here we have is another old man Superman, and it is the Kingdom Come Superman. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about this figure. I think they absolutely nailed it. This is straight out from the comic book of the Kingdom Come. If I had to be nitpicky, I would like for them to add more white to his hair on the sides, because this one also has kind of some paint on the sides, but not really. It's like not really visible unless you pay close attention to it. So yeah, I would like for them to add more white on the side of his hair. Alright, number 2 here we have is Superman 1000. This one, it might have a lot of imperfections, but the look of it, the head sculpt, the body mode, the sculpt it is, the cape. I mean, in my opinion, I think this one is absolutely amazing. Mcfarlane really nailed it the first time when this is the first Superman we got from Mcfarlane. So yeah, this one is just perfection for me. He's not too bulky. He's not too skinny. The head sculpt, really amazing detail. The sculpted is amazing. It's sculpted and it is shiny. Despite the cape being plastic, I think it has a great pose for him. I think the cape is perfection. I don't think you have to really move it around. And yes, this guy does not have that much articulation, but I just think this Superman looks really great in the shelf. They released this guy like 2 times, I believe. One was with a 2-pack of Devastator, and another one with Atomic Skull, which that one had a more bright blue. But I think this one looks better than that bright blue they gave to that Superman. And the one with Devastator, he comes with an angry face. But obviously, if you want a more natural face, this is the one to go. I would say if you want a modern looking Superman, I think this is the one you should get. Again, this one will look absolutely perfect with whatever Justice League you're gonna have, unless it's the Silver Age. And talking about Silver Age, obviously, I put this guy in number 1. I would have probably gotten a lot of hate comments if I didn't put this guy in number 1. This one is absolutely perfect if you want a Silver Age Justice League, and the head sculpt is also really great on this one. Mcfarlane has been kind of not really great with head sculpts when it comes to Superman for some reason. Or overall, a Silver Age collection of DC. This one looks also great, despite the S not being sculpted. But I think this one doesn't need the S sculpted. I love the light blue on this one. This one is really, it's like near perfect to the source material. And unlike the Superman 1000, this one I don't really have any problems with. The articulation is better than the Superman 1000, so I kinda guess why I put this guy number one now. Now that I think about it, yeah, this is a clear winner. This guy should be number one. So yeah, overall, this is my opinion. This is my top 10 Superman figures. Let me know down in the comments which one is your top 10 Superman figures from Mcfarlane Toys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.